Welcome to Dunmers
The
Divines.
style. Okay, so as I believe we left off, you had been held in captivity in a cell with an evil and horrifying scrib. And while perhaps you might have been able to make it out of the door that you were contained behind, you heard even more imposing beasts on the other side.
And saw.
Yes, heard and saw. Yes.
Yeah. I've drawn the terrors that Gladys is going through. This is what people picture when he describes the events, even though it was just a tiny script.
I guess I should show the camera might have the script as well. He's just a little guy.
Yeah. On paper in your notebook, but you know, when you see it in real life, it's actually like a huge beast.
Well, literally small.
It shouldn't be the size of a dog. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Reptar is small.
Mm-hmm.
Brody's probably small too.
Yeah. It's an abomination.
Okay. Anyway. Additionally, you had spoken with Nilos, who is trying to seek Redarin counselors to aid the mine for its political position. And you had otherwise left the Sending Stone with the miners, including Swamps, who passed the stone on to someone else.
I hired somebody, or I told somebody, run like the wind with some slave collars and sell them, and hired the Fighters Guild to sort of like come and protect what's happening. Cool.
All right. So.
And then a couple of people had come in to drag me out.
Yeah. Well, rather, the door opens. It's been several days. You haven't eaten in days because you guzzled down the thickened paste that you'd been given on day one. But the door opens.
It was eat or have my food be eaten.
Obviously, only two possible options. But the door opens on the 5th day, which you know because you have contact with the outside world. And this gentleman opens the door.
Okay.
He says to you, "What's your name?"
I'm gonna go over and be, like touch this person's face to be like, "Oh my God, you're real! You're real!
Yes.
Get me out of here!
Let go of me."
I am looking behind to see if any of the beasts that I had previously spotted are behind this person.
You do see, like in the dim glow of the Kwama eggs, you see dark shapes moving around.
Okay.
But nothing is immediately visible from where you are.
Okay, got it. I try to move past this person to get into the to get out of the room with the scrib. Oh, actually, is the scrib in the room with us right now?
And the scrib is still in the room that you were in, yes.
It's just you described it.
Yeah, it was like coming in and out, but it's currently hunkered down in a corner.
Got it. I am moving away from it. Yeah.
Elisar says, "Your name?"
I'm Gladius.
That's not right. I don't have that name.
Shit. Etienne.
That seems even less likely.
It wasn't okay. So time out. Etienne was the name of the dude who. Yeah.
No. The guy who you switched with was not named Etienne.
Glendon. Okay, so Gladius has. Gladius doesn't have the notebook with him anymore. So I'm gonna roll intelligence, and I'm gonna say the difficulty is 14 to remember the name Glendon. I rolled 14 exactly. Okay, my name's Glendon. Get me out of here.
Glendon, yes, I have a Glendon that I was meant to collect. Good. Welcome to the egg mine.
I audibly. I gulp audibly.
My name is Illisour. I'm one of the local miners.
Can we have this discussion like outside?
I mean, we can go to the higher levels, but this is a convict mine. You will not be going outside until your term limit ends.
Okay. Can we have, can we have this conversation in a place that is safe, where we're not surrounded by beasts?
Did you not just hear what I said? Besides, you spent a week in there with the scrib, right? You didn't... Yeah, scrib's fine. You're fine. Here, walk with me.
Is there no place in this mine that is free of monsters?
Not particularly. The foragers go where they will. The workers are the ones that make these hallways. And down here where we are, as close to the queen as we are, there's plenty of warriors around. Be careful. They will still attack you if you bother them.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'd like to roll insight. Gosh, I rolled good on insight, so I know he's telling me the truth. I wanted to fail on that roll. Gladius is on the verge of panic. Wants to be out of the cell. Wants to be nowhere near this mine. And the concept of moving through this space is terrifying. So, but yeah, I'm going to the presence of somebody else with which to face the dark and the things that scuttle in the dark. It's always been Gladius's go-to when having to go through the wilderness. So I'm sticking with Sour.
Yeah, so he does lead you through some of the passageways. He says, sorry for the isolation, but we don't have a lot of reason to come all the way down here. And besides, opening the door just invites Kwama foragers in, which might have attacked you before the Kwama were fully attuned to your scent.
Yeah, well, the thing that was in there did attack me, so...
The scrib? What did you do to it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Gives you a very skeptical look, but keeps talking and says, you won't need to spend much time down here in the fully lower levels. The workers do most of the work of taking the eggs away from the queen herself. Which is for the best, as there has been some amount of blight contamination around her specifically. All you need to do is separate the mucous membrane of the sacs from the eggs, and meet your quota for the day, turn them into the Imperials at the door, and they'll give you your daily rations. Don't meet your quota, don't get your rations.
Okay.
I can show you how to do the actual separation of the mucus. I take it you've never worked in an egg mine before.
No. So, what do our surroundings look like? Is the interior of like a Cuomo mine sort of uniform, or
It's actually incredibly ununiform, specifically. There are areas that look to be just like hollowed out like pockets, perhaps that were like underground caverns that existed before the Kwama were present. Others seem to be tunneled out. As the two of you are walking, you do move past several of what are described to you as Kwama workers. About the size of a mastiff or a small pony, with hardened carapaces. They move slowly. Their face is a molded chitin that looks excellent at perhaps digging a tunnel, but also at carrying eggs, which you see some egg clusters crowded up onto the facial carapaces. It seems like they are the ones who have primarily done the work of both digging this place out as well as keeping it functioning. You also see some of the smaller worm-like Kwama foragers, which are small in size. So they look kind of like that, but they're worm-shaped. They scent around in the dark, and you see them like come in and out of the softer dirt areas within the mine, but it's not particularly uniform. As you get higher and higher into the levels of the mine, there's more wooden support structures, and you see that Illisour brings you to an area with some low tables and lamps, as well as bed rolls off to the side. He says, "This is the main prisoner lodgings, I suppose we could call it. Really, you can sleep wherever you'd like, but most seem to prefer to sleep in a group up here, especially as it's not too far from the dispensing station."
Let's go have a look at the dispensing station.
Of course. He brings you to a small tunnel opening about 6 feet high, roughly circular, that is entirely paneled over in wood. You can see both the shape of a door that's split in half. So it's got sort of like a top window part, and then it can also swing open a full door.
It's the loading screen part of the entrance in and out of the the mine and the exterior map.
No. So this is not actually a door to outside. When the window opens, there is a orc seated behind it. That's just a picture. An orc is on the other side of the window, who, when he sees Illisour, says, "Bit early in the day to already be turning in your quotas, isn't it?"
I try to look for sunlight past the orcs.
The orc does have like a small lantern by him, as well as a book kept nearby, but there is a solid darkness behind him. However, you can hear muffled sounds of village life. It seems like the exit is this way, but they've got sort of two doors.
Village life. Interesting. Okay.
Distantly you through the door, you hear the boom of a silt strider.
Okay. I'm on a Silt Strider line, I guess. That narrows down where people can look for me. So I'm going to, like, next time I go and relieve myself, I'm gonna use that to let the people who are hopefully looking for me know.
Okay. Illisour nods to the orc and says, "No, sir. No quotas to fulfill. Just showing the new convict around." The orc nods and says, "Understood. But convict, understand the most important thing is you don't work, you don't eat. We don't care if you die here. Hunger strikes won't get you any kind of special provisions. But if you want to be released at the end of your term, then I highly suggest that you go about making sure you reach your daily quotas."
I don't say anything. In this moment, Gladius is happy to be seen as having low intelligence, so that I'm underestimated later. But in my head, I'm like, if you hadn't if hunger strikes didn't work well, you wouldn't have mentioned them. Also,
seems more likely someone's attempted it and they've had to just be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the Walmart. We have a video specifically to tell you not to unionize because we're afraid of you unionizing of the workplace, right? Like that. This is how Gladius immediately is like, okay, which makes sense because if we eat the eggs, we can potentially survive in here for like fucking forever. Like Gladius is immediately like, got it. Hunger strikes are they're doing everything they can to make sure no hunger strikes happen. Got it. That's at very least that's how Gladius immediately interprets that. And yeah, after I'm gonna try to get a sense with my ears of how far away, what do I see? What does the map look like for leaving? Basically, how far away is the surface and stuff like that.
Let's see, you've got dark vision up to 60 feet? Probably at least minimum 60. You are able to see where the door is based on the nearby dim light source. It's about 40 feet from where the primary door is. And after the brief conversation with the two of you, the door or the window snaps shut. You hear a lock turn.
How many feet?
40.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna turn around and say, I gotta get out of here.
Well, that's your business. My business is working this mine so I can feed my family. Unlike you, I'm a free man, so I can go about showing you how to harvest these eggs, or you can sit around here and look for a way to escape. It's up to you.
I'm gonna sit around here, and I turn away from this person, and then after a couple of seconds, Gladius, a couple of seconds of walking away, Gladius realizes I am actively breaking my oath if I refuse to take part in, if I prioritize
personal escape over labor.
Yeah, personal escape over labor in this moment, because I'm not above anybody's. But Gladius is but I need to escape. I need to get out of here, but feels that he's basically at the dangerous edge of his oath, and turns around and says, "You know what? I'm coming. Don't leave me here alone." And I'm gonna follow Sour to have a look at how the eggs are harvested.
He shows you a clutch of eggs newly deposited by a Kwama worker, and begins describing to you the nature of the mucus layer that holds a clutch together. How it's used to keep them together during transit, to make it easier to separate the eggs from the queen so that she can continuously produce, as she's unable to move once she reaches the queen stage in her life cycle. Separating the mucus can be delicate work, as the eggs themselves don't have a very firm shell. If you pierce the egg, it becomes unusable and will go rotten within the next 24 hours. So you need to be able to separate them gently and without using any hard surfaces. So it helps to turn your hands into spades. He shows you the process of separating out. It's best done with either bare hands or gloves. He has a set of mesh leather gloves that he wears, but indicates your own rags issued by the Imperial Legion. Says, "Unfortunately, you are going to have a hard time obtaining something like this." But he shows you the process and begins separating some out. And he explains that your quota will be 30 eggs daily, which you can bring up in multiple batches. Most of the more established miners, most of the working miners, have bags to make it easier to carry the stuff to and but as long as you get it all 30 to Lograbamol by the end of the day, you'll get your rations. With that, after having shown you how to work one clutch, he puts them all in his bag and looks to you and says, "Any other questions?"
If you had a magic wand and you could change anything about your workplace, what would you change?
I don't know. Cure the fucking blight?
Okay.
It's the best paying job in the village, and it's hard to even save up enough to leave the village. So, yeah, the chance of disease spreading from the Kwama Queen is probably the biggest concern I have.
Is the queen infected, or is it something around the queen that's infected?
Hard to tell. Every now and then we have a worker or warrior or forager that goes rogue. Only can be explained by blight. Of course, if the queen is blighted, then that means she's aggressive, so none of us have dared to enter the queen's chamber.
Right, and she's still the source of, the wealth around here.
She dies, so does the village.
I don't... Gladius thinks about it and is going to say, I don't know if you'd allow an exception for, Leon Hand works on blight if it's on specific creatures like beasts or stuff like this, but Gladius, I don't think remembers that that the blight doesn't work. That Leon Hands doesn't work on the blight. and is going to start thinking of ways of like, you know, like getting everybody who's worried about blight infection to like escort me or help me to where the queen is, either to like kill the queen or to heal it.
You do remember that while Lay on Hands doesn't, or actually no, roll medicine for me. Roll medicine.
It's an intelligence check. I think you should know.
Actually, it's wisdom, I think.
No.
No?
Medicine. Oh, it is wisdom. Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Okay, that's enough for you to recall that Lay on Hands won't cure the blight, but you have at least had it mentioned to you that it can sort of stabilize someone, like keep it from getting worse.
Yeah.
Because that is something that can be died from, is blight.
Okay. Well, I believe I. Shit! I left my potions of cure blight. Okay. I think. Okay. So, like, Gladius's conclusion to this is, like, we need to have, like, Imperials bring us down, like, a potion of cure blight, and then somebody needs to, like, go in there and then just, like, feed it to the queen and kill whatever is currently blighted. Like,
do you say that out loud?
I think that's like the first like thought process that comes to Gladius, but Gladius is going to basically like start talking with Sour a lot, like as we're working in the same spaces, and the others try to figure out like, is this the issue that concerns most people in this workplace, and like what do they think of when they think of like fixing it? Are they thinking like, well, we should pull our money together and one of us who can leave can bring like potion of cure blight, and then we like, yeah, basically. And if the problem is more like pay, or we want to go on strike, then like that's another like that's another avenue that we can like look at.
So, in the days that follow, you get to know a little bit about the other miners. It seems that only about 8 of the miners here are actual residents of the town, which they freely tell you that you're in Nisus. They are Nisus residents. There's an additional 20 miners beside yourself.
Nisus?
Gnisis. Nisus.
Okay, cool. I immediately ask for a rescue party. I ask if Swamp Cat like.
Which first, can you roll a history check for me?
1.
You've never heard of this place. Is it even on Vardenfell?
The wildlife is definitely
Morrowind.
like Vardenfelly, but
You've never even heard of it. It could be anywhere in Morrowind.
yeah. But hopefully Swamp knows where it is.
When you activate the sending stone next, Dalina answers and says, Nisus is far north. It would be quite difficult to send a group up there. Fighters Guild would never break someone out of an Imperial prison, and Nilos is occupied. But...
Thieves Guild? We could... you might be able to get somebody from the Thieves Guild to break me out.
A good idea, but especially having traded what was left of our bracers for some Fighters Guild's defense. We don't have a lot of funds to pay Thieves Guild up front to break you out. But we'll look for opportunities.
Right. Y'all have how much money did y'all make thanks to the contract?
They still haven't paid.
Ooh. Well, I have some thoughts about that.
But on the other hand, there's been no move to forcibly take over the mine itself.
That sounds like they're just waiting for reinforcements. You have to like prepare for the worst.
Of course. We've had no word from Nilos either. So we have no idea if he's had any success getting the attention of the veterans.
I'm very conflicted about like escaping right now and like doing something down here. I'd like to ask about weapons. Can I find anything that is blade-like, anything that is handle-like, so that I can have a little shiv or knife or...
There are sort of like steak knives in the little commissary area,
cool.
But just sort of shiv-shaped and sized.
Cool.
Dagger, we'll call it functionally a dagger.
Cool.
Yeah. The majority of the people down here are also prisoners. Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay, cool.
The majority of the people down here are also prisoners who are mostly low-level offenders, petty crime, like theft, breaking and entering. At least one person was involved in like a bar fight. Sentences are mostly in the course of 1 to 2 months. Yours is definitely the longest here, as you were assigned 6.
I was assigned 6. Fuck.
But for the most part, people are trying to keep their heads down and just get released as quickly as possible.
Right.
You've been informed.
There's no like permanent slaves here.
No.
Okay. In this case, like what's happening to the others is like more important. So I think that Gladius decides like I have to escape over like trying to unionize this place. Cool. Let's see. I need getting some armor would be great, but okay. Let check what I've got. The face steps should probably use as a last resort. The channel divinity should probably keep as a last resort. The coiling grasp tattoo is definitely going to be my go-to. We didn't like there isn't a way to use the coiling grasp tattoo without doing the damage, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay. Have you decided on the amount of HP that the door is leading upwards from?
I think I'm gonna go. It's a sturdy wooden door, so we'll say AC 13, HP.
AC 13.
Yeah, and HP of 25, at least on the closer door. The further door seems to be, I'd say, similar. But you know, there's at least one guard by one of the doors, and presumably more on the outside.
Okay.
Now, you've obviously never seen the shift change because it's always from behind a closed door.
I try to ask the locals who know, like, what's the nearest mage's guild to like hitch a portal back to civilization.
That'd be Eldrune. You'd have to take a Silt Strider down.
So we're up from Eldrune.
Far north.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I got to find money to pay for the Silt Strider or something like this. Okay. I try to like while I'm getting the eggs that day, I try to listen to figure out what the schedule is for the Silt Striders, like how often they're in town, for how long, and stuff like this. And
so while you heard a Silt Strider calling a few times on the first day that you're there, you don't hear it at all on the second day or the day after that.
I asked the locals if they're willing to tell me about the schedule of the.
In addition to being expensive, Silt Strider normally only comes through about once a week. Depends on if someone else has chartered the Silt Strider to a special route, but otherwise, about weekly.
It's not ideal. Dagger plus charisma. I'm gonna put both of my hex blades into my little butter knives. And yeah, and I think I'm also going to inform like everybody else who is like here for petty crimes and stuff like this. I'm letting them know that they don't deserve to be in this hellscape and that they can leave with me if they want. And then I think like about an hour, like after I've made sure that I've told everybody, I like head towards the door, and yeah.
Okay. I think as you make your pronouncement, calling this mine a hellscape,
Yeah.
Illisaur sort of stands up and says, "I've had about enough of you. This place is the breadbasket of all of Vardenfell. Our people would have starved thousands of years ago if it weren't for the Quama. We eat the Quama feed us, we feed them. It's all a cycle. We are part of the same ecosystem."
And you love everything about the way things are done here?
But calling it a hellscape, calling the creatures within it some kind of monstrosity.
I'm terrified of those things, okay?
And why? Why, you Enwa scum? What is so wrong with the beasts of Vardenfell?
I'm gonna, he insulted me. I'm gonna punch his lights out.
Do it.
I wanted to wait wait a whole day to get my exhaustion level down.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this doesn't have to be the first day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I think like I used a minimal amount of time to do all of the things that I described, and then get out of here.
Yeah. This is very much Illisaur, a little bit bubbling over from you, keep like flinching back at Quama as if they're not just the most normal thing in his life.
Yeah. He's being very ableist right now. I'm.
In fairness, he thinks that you're being very colonial.
That's fair. I think here's the thing. I think Gladius is also afraid of like animals in the Empire and stuff like this. I think it's just like beasts in general. Let's see. I'm gonna roll insight, and if I roll well enough, I'm not going to start a fight.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled an 18. Okay.
Yeah, you've truly offended both his work, his culture, his nation. Like,
I think that like Gladius understands that like if I had the time and the calm to have discussions with this person, I could like we could find like stuff that he wants to do about the blight and like the danger that he's in, but Gladius like realizes I can't stay in here. I can't like I'm not able to do the like do what I'm supposed to. It's not working. I gotta get out of here. And I think I just get up, leave, go towards the door, and I'm gonna call for the guard. I'm gonna say, got some eggs. Got some eggs here. Come get your fresh eggs.
The window opens.
Okay. How like thick are the bars on that window?
I'm gonna go with it's actually not barred. But the window is fairly narrow. So like you wouldn't be able to fit yourself through it.
Through the window, yeah. I think that's like
Dunmer were involved in the design of this place. They know that you could probably face step through it either way, since like whether it's barred or not. The bigger question is just reducing the interest in doing that, because then
Yeah.
you would just be confined into a space with a combatant.
I think I want to like grab the guard through the window and like slam the guard into unconsciousness, like against the door.
Okay.
But also I'd like to make an intimidation check with my coiling grasp tattoo and have it be like crawling out of the thing and sort of like forming a sort of like loose like cage around this person, just so that they know that if they try to move away from me, I can hurt them really bad with like the coiling grasp tattoo.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, that sounds like something you could do with prestidigitation for sure. So, but yeah, I'll let you roll intimidation.
Cool. Okay, intimidation, and you said opposed athletics?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't have advantage.
You do not.
Ooh, 21 intimidation and 22 athletics.
Okay. Yeah, so you are grappling the guard through the window.
Okay.
And he is intimidated. So I think the first thing that he does is yell. No, he does not yell, because if you have the window open and are threatening him,
Yeah.
then he can't have the back door open. But he does like hit something to his side, even as you've got him grappled, and you can hear clanging happening outside.
Okay. Okay, so give me 1 second. Mage hand. It's verbal and somatic. Cool. I'm gonna use mage hand to grab the keys and open the door from the outside as my action, object interaction, and like even bonus action if I need
Okay.
to like open to drag the door open once once it's been unlocked.
Okay, so because the window is sort of inset into the door, in order to get yourself through, you're gonna have to release the grapple. But also, you made your attack, so technically it's his turn next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's a natural 1. Okay, he does not hit you.
If it's a natural 1, is this a moment of like botching where he ends up dying from this, or no?
I think a natural 1 on because he was having to try to draw his sword while you're grappling him. So yeah,
Can I take his sword?
He drops his weapon. So the weapon's on the ground. He is not going to be able to make any as long as you're holding him into the grapple. But it is your turn. You have him grappled, but it's through the door. So
Yeah.
you do have the mage hand, and they have been able to unlock the door. But in order to open it, you will have to let go of him. And I mean, he's also still blocking the door itself.
Yeah. Cool. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. So he doesn't have a weapon, but he is going to basically try to punch at you. And I don't think a 9 will hit.
It's close though, because I have no armor. And +0, I have, my armor class is 10. Goddamn paladins. Cool. I move to the side, and I'm gonna say, you're lucky I don't have time to take care of y'all. I'm just getting out of here, and then I'm gonna I don't think I can non-lethal sword burst. I'm just. No, I think Gladys is gonna go with the tattoo. The
Okay.
calling brass. So that's a strength save for you.
Okay. It's an 8.
I made lunch if anyone's hungry.
Yay, lunch! It's 3d6 force. That's 15 force damage.
He's dead.
Cool. And so I'm able to like open the door, and I'm gonna pick up the weapon, even though that's like my daggers are probably best. And is it maybe a staff or a spear?
It's a hand axe.
Okay, got it. Cool. And I think Gladys starts to run towards the exit.
Okay.
Knives in hand.
And I think we're gonna have to call it there. My head's a little swimmy.
Yep, that's valid. Star, I think, I like the opportunity to try to escape. I think my wish is for my wish is for security to be realistic, like whatever you think is the normal amounts that would be there for like this just a like prison sentance.
Yeah, I mean this is functionally a minimum security prison.
Yeah. So
short-term sentences, forced labor. This is not supposed to be violent criminals that you would expect to, you know,
break out immediately.
Yeah, one shot a guard.
You?
Did you say Star?
I like the opportunity to like role play, but also to escape. Like I felt like I had the choice to try
Both options, yeah.
both options, but it's like, no, I gotta go. The plot is happening.
I liked the I like that too, like being able to like both talk to you about like what is going on in this space, like the labor issues that they have as minors, like the fact that like this is not the best working conditions, but it certainly could be a lot worse. Especially when it comes to the forced laborers, like, but also,
Yep.
And wish, I guess, is, to see what, if any, plan you have to get out of the city, once you're out of the mine. Like how you're planning to get all the way back down to Albaroom.
I'm gonna cross my fingers that the Ashlands is very desolate and has very few beasts because it's a volcano,
Sure.
and that I can just run downhill until I'm back in Eldroom.
Bad news for you is you're in the West Gash region, not the Ashlands. Okay. Right. Heard. Good game.